Good evening, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're watching. I'm the Toon Rocker, and this is the latest video. Before I start, please, people, share my videos. Give me a thumbs up. With everything you do, your thumbs up, your views, everything helps build the channel. So without further ado, let's get on with this video today. Right, we've got Arsenal. But tomorrow night away, they're playing really well. Absolutely fantastic, Arsenal. Their form is fantastic. Haven't seen them play this well in years. They got a very good chance of winning the title this year. But Newcastle are capable of beating them. I'm not saying we're going to win, but we have got the ability to beat them, you know, or even get a good draw. At the end of the day, we have only lost to Liverpool this season, and we should have won that game. We drew at Man United, we drew at Man City, but we beat Chelsea, we beat Tottenham. So, you know, at the end of the day, we can beat them. Yes, Arsenal beat Brighton the other day 4-2. Brighton are playing really well. They're a good side. But yes, we drew 0-0 with Leeds. Leeds came out and just chucked everything at us. You know, every time we went forward, they were jumping in, and it was a lot of dirty play. You know, a lot of obstruction, ankle tapping, and it was happening. You know, and that's why we ended up drawing that game. I think also our end results of shots were, you know, just being smashed over the bar. You know, not very good. But we are capable of beating Arsenal on the day. At the moment, the team for tomorrow is not looking brilliant. I think we're looking at a similar sort of team than we were on the weekend. Maybe Wilson and Maximum might start. They didn't start on Saturday, but there's a good chance they might start. We've got a few knocks within the team. Shelby's out now for God knows how many weeks. So we are going to suffer a little bit with injuries at the moment. But we've done it all season. So hopefully we can get a result. Now our history against Arsenal, in the whole of our history, we played about 189 times. Arsenal established in 1886. We've won 68 games, drew 38, and we've lost 83. Premier League history is 54 played, 11 wins, 10 losses, and 10 draws, and 33 losses. Not good. Not good at all. But we could get over that this season. You know. So Division 1 we played them 110 times. So altogether top league we played them 164 times in the top league. Division 1 we won 49, 24 draws and 37 losses. So in Division 1, we actually had the best of them in Division 1. But overall, if you think about it, we've played them, as I said, in the top league 164 times. We've won 60, drew 34, and lost 70. So overall, they are above us, you know, but we have the best of them in Division 1. Now, Division 1, like I say, what the Premier League is now, as for a lot of people don't know, Division 1 was the original top division. Like now, Division 1 is the Championship. Division 2, which is now the Championship. So it's 10 times we played them, won 4, drew 2, lost 4. FA Cup, we've played them 12 times in our history, winning 4, drawing 2, but losing 6. League Cup, we've never beat them, beat us 3 times in the League Cup. So overall, yes, they won 15 games more than we played against them. So in history, they aren't much. But at the end of the day, this season, the way we played, we've got the ability definitely to beat them. Right, moving on from this game, about players. Now, Karanku, or Karanko, I don't know how to pronounce his name 100%. We bought the player uh, in advance. The contract was done, but now he's officially signed for us. A little 18-year-old player from Central Coast Mariners in Australia. Cost us £300,000. Now, from what Eddie Howe said in his press conference, by look of it, this player will definitely be going out on loan. He is going to have him training with the first team for a few weeks, so he can assess what's going on, and he can assess then what best team would be for him to go to. He may not. He might turn around at the end of this couple of weeks and say, "No, stay, sit on the bench for a little bit. We'll bring you on, do whatever, and then maybe assess him that way. If not, he'd be out on loan." Right. So he's a cracking little player, and he's a player of the future for Newcastle United. I just wish him all the best. Right. So next, Elliot Anderson. Now, Elliot Anderson is a Scottish player. He's 20 years old. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant player. Position is a midfielder. Made 9 appearances in the Premier League. He's a cracking little player. He's brilliant. I love him. But there is talk of him going out on loan in January. Hopefully not. But maybe to get some more game time and to improve, he might need more first team football. So we'll see now in the next couple of weeks what's happening with him. We'll go from there. Oh, God, no. Oh, God. See, so I've got to do it again, no doubt. Right, so up next, right, Dubravka. Dubravka's been called back from Man United. Slovakian goalkeeper. Now, I'm thinking, and a few other people are thinking, rumours on this one is he's going to be used to get players from Leicester. Now, the first player I think we're looking at from Leicester at the moment is James Maddison. The 26-year-old midfielder. He's on good form. He's made 146 appearances for Leicester, 40 goals and 27 assists. Now, this season alone, for Leicester, 7 goals himself and 7 assists. Now, that makes him, to me, a fantastic player to get hold of. Now, Dubravka could be used as a part exchange for this player. Now, the other player that they're also on about, which could be also part of the deal, because he wouldn't cost us as much, because I think he's out of contract at the end of the season. Either that or we get a pre-contract with him. Is Yuri Tillsman. And this guy is a fantastic little player. He's made 37 appearances for Leicester, scored 21 with 19 assists. Now, That's absolutely fantastic. For a player, and I think he's done really well this season. What he's done for Leicester, but he's going to be out of contract soon. So Leicester are going to cash in on him as soon as possible. It's worth maybe them looking at that. But guys, tell me what you're thinking. Chuck something down in the comments. See what's going to happen. Now, other news. Now, Ronaldo. It's a bit of a weird one. He's signed for a team, which is, as far as I've found out, they're actually owned by PIF. And from what I can gather is I just can't again still get it in my head, right? So it's signed for this team called Al Nassr, and rumours is if Newcastle United get into the top four, get into the Champions League, he'll be coming over to UK on loan to Newcastle United. This is supposedly, I don't know if this is true, it's supposed to be in the contract that if Newcastle get into the top four, he'll come play for Newcastle because they're in the Champions League. Now, this is a little bit of a mock-up from one of the football games of Ronaldo in a Newcastle top. That's the only thing I could find with him in a Newcastle top. Could this actually happen? Is it true that it's part of his contract? Is it? It's unbelievable. You know what I mean? It's like, you're looking at his history of now. Man United bought it for 12.24 million, sold him for Real Madrid 6 years later for 80 million. He went to Juventus for 99.2 million in 2018. Now that's a massive amount of money, especially for a player of his age at that time. What was he now? 37. And that was I call it 5 years ago. She was 32 and 99. And then went to United for 12.8 million in 21. And we've been at Man United, just over a year and a half, call it. And he walks away on a free. And now he's signing a contract that's worth over £500,000 a week. That's a massive amount of money. But I'd like to know if it's definitely true that it's in his contract that if Newcastle United get into the Champions League, he's going to play for Newcastle United next season. Give me your views, guys, on this, because I just don't see it. It's a bit of a joke. Is it true or is it not true? Can anybody actually tell me the truth on this? Is it true? That's why I can't see it. Right. So that's the end of that. There's no other player rumours at the moment. Oh, there's one more. We're looking at some player. I forgot to get a photo of him for this. There's rumours that we're looking at a player from Real. Do pronounce this? Valladolid. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's a Spanish team. They got beat by Real Madrid the other day 2-0. But Steve Nixon, our chief scout, was there watching this player called Ivan Fresneda. Fresneda, if you pronounce it that way, I don't know how you pronounce it. He could be available for as little as 27 million, which, if we don't get him now, with the contract he's got, it would rise to 40 million before the end of the season. So, from what we gather, he's a really good player. Might be worth looking at. If anyone's got any comments on this one, what they think of him. That's one of the rumours. He could be looking at him. So, guys, give me any comments on what I've said about. And if you've got anything you'd like me to look at, maybe do videos on, just tell me and leave it in the comments. And I will sign off now. And I will give you guys another video after tomorrow with my reaction to the Arsenal game. Thank you much, guys, and I'll see you later.